Alright, hi guys. I did a video for you last night when I got back from my little procedure I had yesterday, and not only was it just kind of really hard to talk because, I mean, everything's fine. I still feel it a little bit right now as well. I mean, I did have my esophagus stretched, but it's really actually pretty anticlimactic. Like, the prepping is much longer than the procedure they do, but it does feel a little weird after. And when I was doing your video last night, like the same day I got home, I should have been resting, but you know, when it hits, it hits. When it's there, it's there. But honestly, it wasn't. And I was trying to get the video for you guys, and it was draining me. Like, I was really drained, and I kept having to take really deep breaths. I mean, I might still have to do that here. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to put that video out. I'm going to erase that video and start fresh in the morning and see what energy I get. Because it was really heavy, guys. Like, heavy. By the way, happy birthday if you're watching this and you're a Sagittarius. But this could be for cross-watcher as well. You can reverse this entire message. It may not even resonate yet for some of you. Maybe it's resonating right now, or it's already happened with someone, or maybe this is somebody connected to you and they're experiencing this with another, or will be. Either way, I was channeling the song strongly this morning. Every rose has its thorn. I could not get it out of my head. It's a song by Poison. If you guys haven't heard it, I'll try to remember to put it down in the comments. Beautiful song. In fact, I sent myself... Oh, well, I thought I did. I guess I didn't. So, anyway, it's basically a song about breakup. And I believe I read it right, something to do with infidelity. Now, whether or not this message is about infidelity, because I actually don't feel it in a whole, like the whole thing, I don't feel that. For some, maybe it is. For others, maybe it could be a numerous amount of things. Either way, the rose and the thorn are very specific here. And let me tell you, oh, I got chills. Let me tell you another reason I know this. I have this necklace that my mom and dad got me. I have special numbers for people in my family that I'm really close to. Yeah, like numbers. I numbered them. Weird. I know, I don't know. I'm weird, but it's fine. I like to be weird. I used to hate it. Anyway. And when I was getting sober and going through my things, you know, my mom and dad had a necklace made for me. You guys have probably seen it, but you might have even been wondering, where has it been? Like, why haven't I been wearing my necklace? Because I broke it. This is like the 4th or 5th time. No, it's more than that. I broke it a lot of times because the chain is so tiny, and it's like a really close, it's the one that's the disc. You guys ever see that disc that I wear in my videos? I have 2 necklaces they've given me, but one is a disc, and it just sits right here in the center of my throat. Anyway, it's rose gold. And I broke it again when my mom had the 2nd knee surgery in October 22nd. Maybe that's a connection here, October 22nd, or just 22, or the number 4, or the month October. Anyway, I broke it again, guys, like right after her surgery. And I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want her to get like sad, you know, because we keep having to fix it. So anyway, I did tell her. I just didn't tell her right away. So that could be something here. Maybe someone didn't tell somebody something, or hasn't told them something. They've prolonged telling them something, which is going to make it hurt worse later on. Or just could be something like trust. There could be some trust issues here. Or that's not for everybody. I'm just picking up on that by telling you this story. I just dropped my pen. I broke it again because it's like I'm telling you, it's so thin, the chain. But I love it because it almost looks like the disc just sits there. Anyway, I say all that to say, just yesterday when I got home, my mom was like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm okay. Oh, did you hear that? That's my first time hearing that. Fire detector? Fire detector, firefighter. I have a strong connection to firefighters. Something's going on with firefighters here. I don't know what's going on with firefighters or fire. Like straight up fire. Not metal detectors. Oh my god, I talked about that in your last video. Fire detectors. Changing the battery to things. The battery to a relationship, or the battery to something is going out. Let me just put that down. Fire detector. Oh my god, there's so much going on. So many distractions. Fire detector. Maybe also like a carbon monoxide detector. Something significant about that. Anyway, long story short, she was asking, like, how am I feeling? What all did they say? And I was like, everything's fine. And I just had to have it stretched this time. The first time I had this done, I didn't have to have it stretched. And so I was filling her in, and I told her I was just really emotional. I mean, I am about to start PMSing, so TMI, but it's just really emotional. I've been through a lot, you know, and I put myself through a lot, and I've just experienced a great deal this lifetime on this planet, and I'm humbled. I really am, and I continue to be humbled, and I continue to just, I don't know, it's just it's a beautiful, tragic life. It really is. That's what this life is. It's really everything. It's the rose and the thorn. So I started talking about the necklace with my mom, and I was like, Mom, I have to get that necklace fixed. I don't care how many times we have to get it fixed, you know. I pay for it. She takes it to her jeweler, and we get it fixed. And she said a couple weeks ago, when I ended up telling her that I had broken it, she was like, eventually we may not be able to get it fixed, you know. It may be unfixable after it's been broken so many times. And I said, it's never unfixable. I will never accept that. I will never accept that I can't fix that necklace or make something else out of it. Like, I will never. Because it is such a huge symbol for me of love and dedication and loyalty, not just from them to me, but to my fucking self. And I will never give up on that necklace. And I told her, I said, it reminds me of a rose and a thorn. Like, and then I wake up this morning and I hear that song, like, we both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Like, I couldn't stop hearing it. And emphasis on Poison, it being by the band Poison. Maybe Brett is someone's name here. That's not for everybody. Remember, if I get stuff or I pick up on stuff or stuff stands out to me about things that I pick up on, just kind of roll with it. Some of it may resonate for you. Some of it may not. Brett or Michael or Mike may be significant here. Mike. Maybe even the 1980s, something to do with the 80s could be relevant here. Or, you know, poison, something being like toxic to our body, whether it's, you know, our life, whether it is something within a relationship. And, you know, do we throw the whole thing away? Do we just give up on it? In some instances, yes. In some instances, no. In some instances, yes and no. And in some instances, it's like, even if we do retire the relationship between you and I, it doesn't mean the love retires. You know, I still will always love you. I mean, love can exist without two people having to be together. I don't think a lot of people understand that, but yes, you can really be in love with someone and that be your true love and you not be with them. You know, there's a lot of people who have their true love is past. Their true love is on the other side. And some people can move on after that and have another person, and that's their prerogative. And some people absolutely will not. Like, they don't feel lonely. They don't want to. I mean, everybody's different, you know? So I couldn't get the song off my mind. And then I was smelling strongly black licorice. That's for somebody. I don't know who that's for. No clue. But it was very, very, very potent and pungent and strong, like black licorice. Also, I was hearing blue cohosh and black cohosh. Now, I know that one of them can be used for fertility, and this could just be symbolic of having something to grow again, like, you know, and I did get into that, but more so talking about the rose, and we will get into that. This is probably gonna be a longer video today. That's fine. Your last video was short, and I knew we would get another one because, well, it's your birthday. So that was one reason, and two, the other one was just really short and kind of fun, and I goofed off a lot. This one's serious. Blue cohosh. One of them can be used for fertility, but let's see. Let's start with black. Black cohosh used for. Black cohosh is a plant that is used to treat a variety of conditions, menopausal symptoms, menstrual cramps, and other conditions. Sore throat. Oh, that's funny because I just had that endoscopy. Is that the way you pronounce it? The upper GI done literally yesterday. Around this time, I was just getting out of it. Malaria, kidney ailments, rheumatism, and fever. It goes by other names as well. Snake root, bug bane, cohosh bug bane, rattlesnake root, things like that. Okay. Now, sorry guys, my hair is like all up in my face today. My nose, making my nose itch. blue. Now let's look up blue cohosh. Blue cohosh has been traditionally and historically an anticonvulsant, emetic, sedative, and most notably a gynecologic aid. That is so complicated for me. Let's do layman's terms. It's like those books, how to fix our cars, fixing cars for dummies or something, you know, or you know the books for dummies. I need all of those. That's what this would be here for me. Some of you may own one of those books. Something to do with dummies. Something. What does blue cohosh do for the body? Stimulating the uterus in pregnant women to induce labor. Yeah, I knew one of them you can't take when you're pregnant, and one you can take to try to, you know, help you. I know some things like that. And serapeptase. So, serapeptase. Now, be careful. I'm not a doctor here. I just know that I have heard, and I have maybe even tried some things myself, and they might or might not have worked in the past. I'm just saying. Serapeptase, if you haven't heard of it, and one of these, but one you got to be careful of. I know that. Anyway. Yeah, induce labor in non-pregnant women to cause the menstrual period. Anti-inflammatory, prevent, reduce fevers. Anyway, blue cohosh, black licorice. When I see licorice written down, I also see rice. Connection to rice, rice water, rice pudding, rice. Now let's get into what I wrote. I know it's long, guys, but that's okay. I'm sure it doesn't bother most of you. I prefer, you know, sometimes them longer and kind of just, I don't know. And sometimes I prefer them shorter. It just depends on what I get, you know. Sometimes I get more, sometimes I get less. It just... All right, so someone here, now listen, this could very well be you, and it could be entirely reversed. Someone is saying, I care for you. I've cared for you from the beginning, and I will care for you until the end. I'm willing to take the good and the bad if you are willing to do the same with me. We've been through so much, and I know... My alarm's going off. And I know hurt has happened along the way, but I just can't focus on all that pain alone and throw out all of the beautiful as well. I can't focus on the thorn alone and not acknowledge the rose. You are worth everything to me. And if our rose wilts, then I will get us more and we can plant a rose garden. But I wouldn't want to plant it with anyone but you. Maybe we stay apart. Now, some of you are rolling your eyes right now. I can feel you glaring at me. I didn't write that down. I can feel somebody like, oh my God. Now listen, this is not for everybody. It's for a group of the collective out there, somehow connected to a Sagittarius, or maybe you just clicked on the video because and it's still resonating. Either way. Yeah, so some of you, this isn't going to apply and you may be like, bullshit. But some of you, yeah, it's your message. And grow more as individuals, then come back together. Maybe we come back together now. Maybe you and I never fully wilt, and we keep this rose alive and blooming. Kind of reminds me of Beauty and the Beast, you know? I see it in my mind's eye right now. Like the rose wilting. And someone is basically saying, to me, there isn't nothing we can't make it through, and there's no one else on this planet I would rather grow with than you. Our love is everything to me. You are my world, my entire globe. I literally see this person looking at somebody as their world. Like, they see this person as their world. Either somebody sees you that way, or this is you seeing someone that way. And I'm going to get into more, because this doesn't have to be people who have, like, history together. This could be new people coming together. And I'm about to get into that. This could also be someone, if, like, maybe there's a type of history, but it doesn't have to be y'all were ever together. Maybe it just never came together, and maybe someone even did somebody wrong here and wants to come back and be like, look, I'm sorry. It could even be an apology, really. Forgiveness, something like that. You are my world, my entire globe. You are all of the trees and plants and flowers. You are the joy and the pain. You are the curse and the cure. You are the storm and the sunshine after. You make me happy to be alive on this planet. I'm sorry. This is basically a soul level apology, guys, like, or a soul level acknowledgement, at least, of someone saying, I mean, whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen between us, but I'm telling you right now, you're the one for me. Even how that looks is how that looks, you know, consensually between the two of us. If you want to be with me, we'll be together. If not, we won't, but I'm just letting you know. This is what someone's saying. I'm just letting you know. I know you're the one. Like, I know you're my person. I don't care if thorns accompany that rose. But I need you to be on the same page with me. And if you're not, that's fine, but I just need you to know this, that I see you this way. I've always seen you this way, and I will always see you this way, and I'm sorry. And there's nothing I don't think can be fixed, and you're not perfect, and I'm not perfect. It's like that, really. My stomach is about to growl. I really can't even eat very much. There it goes. Sounds like there's like the troll under the bridge in there. Who goes there? Nothing, bitch. I haven't eaten. Someone is basically saying to me there isn't nothing we can't make it through. Yes. Okay, so someone's saying I'm sorry. It's a soul apology or an acknowledgement of someone's love. Now, the last page, I say, if by chance this is anything new coming together, even if it's people who have met before or have a type of history, but we're never actually together, whichever way, someone is saying, I know you've been through a lot of pain, as have I, and we don't need to forget that pain and ignore it. This isn't about forgetting pain and sweeping it under the rug. That's not what this is about. This is about acknowledging it and realizing that we're going to get it in life, period. Have you ever seen the movie Collateral Beauty? That's intense. Collateral Beauty. My favorite character, I love all of them. Death, Time, and I think Time is one of them, and Love. And Keira Knightley is Love. And there's a part where she says, she's talking to Will Smith, and I think it's Will Smith, and she's letting him know she's everything. She's the good and the bad. She's saying, sends a powerful message. Love is everything. It is the rose and the thorn. And it doesn't always have to end up the same way. It doesn't mean two people got to be together. I mean, you know what I mean? We got to expand our mind here. So let me see if I can find that. I feel like I got a hair in my eye. Okay. Collateral Beauty, Love. Here it is. So Keira Knightley walks up to him on the street, and she's like kind of catching up to him. He's already met her, of course, at this point in the movie. And she says, "Hi, Howard." And he says, like he's kind of like over it. Totally get that, right? We're all at different stages when we are introduced to love. It's like, oh God, what? You know, and he goes, are you going to cry again? You know what I mean? Because people think that love's got to look one way. That's what he's thinking. He has a very bad taste in his mouth when it comes to love. A lot of us do. Because the world paints it as a certain thing. Just a rose. And she says,
it can be unexpected and unpredictable and
no, I can be a lot of things. I can be unexpected and unpredictable. Let me see if I can read this instead of find the video. I will put the video link down in the comments, but let me see if I can find the, the script. I can't find it, guys. I've sat here for a minute trying to find it, but I did find this link here where it talks about some of the most powerful quotes from the movie, and it says, at the end of the day, we long for love, we wish we had more time, we fear death. Death is so much more vital than time. Death gives time all of its value. That's facts. That is facts. If love is creation and death is destruction, then time is just the terrain in between. Time is just a stubborn illusion. You have all the time in the world. We don't get to choose who we love and who loves us back. There's a part in the movie where Keira Knightley, who embodies love, right? She says, I am the fabric of life. I'm within you. I'm within everything. Yeah. And another one that really stands out to me is nothing's ever really dead if you look at it right. I have chills. I have chills. Nothing is ever really dead if you look at it right. Say that to the people who send you death threats. Every rose has its thorn, and nothing is ever really dead if you look at it right. Collateral Beauty. Wow. It's a great movie. Yeah. There's several like that. Well, not like that movie, but several. There's another one. I can't think of it off the top of my head, so this is the one we're focusing on. Yeah. Someone's saying, I know you've been through a lot, I've been through a lot, but there's also a rose with thorns, and we can focus on both. We don't have to just focus on the thorns, unless, which of course somebody here is Morticia Addams, because she happens to just like the thorns and the stem, which is fine. You know what I mean? To each their own. You can do what you want. If you got two people who are just focusing on that, then it works. Consider, what is his name? Oh, I have so much here. I am in such an artsy fartsy mood right now. I really am. Like, I woke up today just a brand new person. I don't know what's going on. It's like I want to cry one minute and then I want to dance around the next. Like, I am just in a straight energy of love right now. And I'm so glad that I erased that video yesterday and that I took more time on you. Yeah. Is it Rick? What's his name? Rick Owens. So Rick Owens is a fashion designer and he's a Scorpio. Maybe there's a connection to Scorpio here. He's a Scorpio. There's controversy in fashion, period. But obviously there's controversy with him. But his wife, there's a lot of controversy with her, and I'm pretty sure she's a Taurus. Don't hold me on that. She might not be. Anyway, they're not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not saying whether they're my cup of tea or not. I'm just giving this as an example because I just gave the Morticia Addams reference. Think about Gomez, Morticia Addams. Those are just characters. These are real people, and they're together. And like, everybody has a person if they want to. You know what I mean? So some people just like the thorns and the stem and don't like the rose. But that works for them because it's a mutual agreement. It's a mutual understanding. They see the beauty and the pain and the thorns and the stem. They see it. They don't need the rose for that. They see it in that. And some people need both the rose and the thorns in order to see it. And then some people only want to see the rose, but as long as we're able to just see the rose, but also realize that the rose can hurt you as well. Like, in what way? I don't know. Maybe you touch it and it's got a spider in it that's poisonous. Poisonous? Or is it venomous? Which one? I always get those mixed up. Poison is something you take, right? Venomous is something that bites you. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Don't hold me on that. Yeah, but basically, yeah. So, it's someone saying here, I'm open if you're open. I can see you are worth it if you see that I'm worth it. Do you see that I'm worth it? Worth what? I don't know. However you want this to end up. It doesn't got to be like everyone else is doing in society. We can do what we want to do. That's the beauty of this life. How can you appreciate the light if you're scared of the darkness, you know? Like the man, the figure I saw under anesthesia yesterday. I wrote about it in my community section. Not a moment was I scared to go with him. It was instinctual. And then upon like doing a little bit of research, some people, I mean, maybe they've seen something a little bit different than me, as somebody stated, and they were correct. People were saying they've seen similar things before, not necessarily under anesthesia. I think one person did, yeah, but a similar figure in a red cloak and all that. And some people were scared. Actually, the majority of what I read on the internet, people were scared of it, and I was not. And a couple of other people that I've come across were not scared of it. I wasn't either. You know, and if you ever do journey with ayahuasca, you'll realize that the things that actually come to you that make you scared are what you actually need to go towards. And that's when we come into love. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave that there. I think we got what we needed. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.